We're back here with the A61 PowerMaster that I just recently acquired. Gonna work on trying to get it to start, at least start to turn over, but I was gonna figure I'd go ahead and pull the carb off of it before and let that soak while I was working on the trying to get it to turn over. There's some electrical issues, I'm sure. I've got the battery pulled and on charge currently, but let me just walk around here and tell you the issues. I'm going to rebuild the carb. Looks like there's some exhaust leak here. I'd imagine there's some shoddy welds. They should be clamped on there. There's a muffler on here, so I'm not sure about that. It's one of these homemade bucklers, but as you can see, it's not. Need to tighten that down. The seat is basically rotted off. This is one just sitting on top of it. As you can see, it's rotted out, but at least it did come with a seat. Gauges look pretty rough. Looks like it's 1,900 hours, I guess. I mean, if it hasn't flipped, I doubt that's 10,000 hours. I doubt that, but looks like this tractor's actually had some work done because it's got a new tank on it, or at least it's nice and shiny on the bottom, silver. These have a cool feature on the wheels where you can actually change the offset of the tires. When I first got this tire, first I got the tractor here, I was like, the tires really stick out really far. I was like, that just didn't make sense to me. Maybe thought it was bigger tires. And then when looking at this, I thought this was some contraption to bolt on a second wheel, because I did see some 800s series with dual wheels on the back, especially with the lug nuts. But I think this is the lug nuts are maybe for the spacing difference when you change. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm not sure why maybe that is for a adapter to put a second wheel on, but this is to change the offset of bring the wheel in and out on it. The fenders do have a little rot in them, but overall they're in pretty good shape. Not sure why somebody replaced the what do you call this thing, that bar that goes in here. I forgot what they call it, but anyway, it does have some liquid dripping out of the valve stem there, as you can see. I think the rim is actually rotted there. I think you can't really see it because of the lighting, but I'll get a better picture of it when I pull the wheel off. And let's see what else we got. We got a little bit of rot on this fender, and the battery box is pretty much roached out. And then the bottom of this little toolbox, it's got some goodies in there. I'll probably go through those. Looks like there's some kind of, maybe a condenser or something in the box still there. This has a different shifter than the 641 that I had, so that's different. But it looks like somebody's been in this trying to get it to work, because that looks like new coil, new resistor, new cap, new wires, new plugs. Looks like the hoses, the radiator hoses, are pretty new. Pretty sure this isn't factory, but I gotta get both of them off here, I guess. But the radiator is, I don't know if they think this is bone dry in there. So hopefully they just emptied it out to keep it from freezing up, but hopefully it doesn't have a leak. I'll put some fluid in there, but that tank looks relatively new. The guy that I bought this tractor from says it ran 8 months ago, or attempted to ran. It turned over 8 months ago. He had it for 3 years, and supposedly it ran when he first got it, but ran when parked. You know how that goes. This is a 861, so that badge is actually wrong. Somebody put that on there at some point. I was trying to figure out what these were, and then realized, oh, this doesn't have headlights on it, so I guess that's what they put in place of the headlights. It does have a 12-volt conversion, but I've been on Craigslist and eBay looking for a 12-volt generator. My father-in-law actually has a Jubilee that he's converted his to 12-volt, but he actually has a 12-volt generator from an automobile, and suppose that I just like the looks of what a generator looks like. So I do like the benefits of a 12-volt, but so then the question of, you know, what I do with the starter, and because it doesn't have any lights, I don't because I had that problem. So if I do add lights, I can do that later. So that's one. So we'll get these two nuts off and get the linkages off and get the fuel line off of here so we can pull that carb and get it soaking.